Good afternoon, July the 20th, 2015. Time to wrap it up for the day. Well, we had a pretty interesting day in the E-mini. We came in with an up bias. We like the buy side. We had a 15 to 17 buy. 15 plus or minus basically is where we wanted to get in. We had a low of 13 on it and a high of 17. And no news today. The market was pointed up, but the first trade that presented itself under no news conditions was a retest failure, and this retest failure trade would have produced a nice winner. We took the mean green trade live in the room. This was a winner. We took the retest failure trade live in the room, and it was a scratch. We got out. Then the market goes dead on us and we're looking at other things, and this trade right here was definitely a winner and went higher. Ever since then we've said, like it or not, trade from the long side. That's what the structure told you. But this is very, very, very difficult trading. These long bars right here that produce no follow through buying nor selling, and I mean they're everywhere. It makes for very, very, and here's another one right here. Where's the follow through on it? So you really do have to come in, if you're going to get more than 2 to maybe a max of 5, have to be long or short off the opening and hold the trade pretty much the entire day. The bias was correct. The buy zone was correct. We did get a couple of nice trades off short live in the room. That worked out pretty nicely for us. Life was pretty good for us trading the E-mini. What does the E-mini bring for us tomorrow? Well, going back, we look at the markets the same way every day. I read where Europe's markets were up for the 9th day in a row. Our market's up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. So this screen tells us we're a buyer on a buy into weakness. No news again tomorrow to drive the trading. So we'll be dependent upon China's news or some news between Greece and the EU or something, but it won't come from our market. So, excuse me, here is the trade. If the market were to close right here, we're trying to buy the 2022 area. And today's first buy zone of 15 to 17 is buy 2. Assuming we close right here at 25.50, okay to sell failure to take out 25 to 27. But the trade, again, the bias is still to the upside than 29 to 31. So pretty quiet trading. No news to drive tomorrow's trading. And no matter where we close today, failure to turn today's high from resistance into support would be the signal to take a short. Okay, the financials were lower this morning. The market awakens in financials with Bullard saying there's better than 50-50 chance interest rates will be raised in September. And once again, the Fed is singing a pretty consistent tune. Lower high, lower low. This favors lower prices tomorrow. In the note. Pretty square in the congestion area right here, but if we do a C split inside that, well, let's do a D split inside the congestion area now. We did a C split easier. Pretty square distribution, perhaps slightly leaning P. So right now 30.5, 31 held as the high. So 30s to 02 is sell 1, 7 to 11 sell 2. Might be 3 to 4, but if we get to 2, we can go higher. Not too interested in the buy side, so we'll make for Globex, 21 to 25 buy 1, but I think we could do a little bit better in tomorrow's day session, and 13 to 17 for buy 2. But the market is pointed lower. Okay, tomorrow we should have a regular meeting room opened up. Hopefully I've got sound right now. Can anybody else hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so okay, here we are on the 30-year. We're going to go into a D period, and we'll do a split. Just look at what it looks like in the congestion area. And this one's leaning B, and the knob spread came in today. So right now we're at 21. Last rotate stopped at 26 to as high as the buck. So 27.31, sell 1. And we're going to open it up 7 to 11, sell 2. Could make it 11 to 15. On the buy side, a little bit lower, so 9 to 13, buy 1, and then 29 to 01, buy 2. I think the trade is a sell early in the Globex session. Okay, Jim Rogers has said gold's going to 1,000. Will he be right? I do think gold is pointed lower. It's very difficult to recover from this type of selling, albeit in the overnight, and not get a retest of the 85 area plus or minus. So F1 on this one says lower. The F2 screen right here, pretty square distribution. Last rotate stopped at 7. Prior to that 9. Prior to that 10. So this 8 to 10 area is sell 1. And then 13 to 15 sell 2. On the buy side, we've got volume basically at the buck, and that's where support is. So 1100 plus or minus 1 for buy 1. And then if we brush that, we're going to make 90.92 buy 2. God, I've got a terminal case of the yawns right now. Didn't have all that much fun this weekend either. But I did manage to sleep till 7 o'clock for both days, so maybe that's what's causing my problem. And looking at crude, lower high, lower low. We're looking for a place to sell it. I think we talked about it starting last week. Stops below 50. Cash went below 50 today in the United States. WTI at Cushing. So this market is pointed lower, so we'll play for stops below 50, 49.75, and 49 even, 49 and a quarter for buy 2. On the sell side, 50 to 75, it's pretty aggressive. It's right in the middle, and then 51, 51 and a quarter. But you're going to have to get the shorts on quickly. You have plenty of time to get long. And that's what we can't forget when we do this. If the homework and everything says higher or lower, whichever way the homework says is the trade that you've got to put on the fastest. And that's not real comfortable, but it is the safest play, and after you get some experience you'll figure that out. First time into an area, first probe, we know that we have the professional trader with us. Second time into that, don't know if he's there or not. And we'll talk about profit taking and how they do it. Want to execute with the first guy. Okay, if we put it all together, no doubt that we're dealing with a B. No doubt that the market has not rejected today's lower prices, so I think we're headed for at least stops below 108 right here. 108 and a quarter is going to be the first. The D period low was 106.80. Excuse me, that's way down there. That's too far away. 107.50. So this 107.50, 108 is probably reasonable. Got to get through 108 and a quarter first to get there. So support is going to be at 108 and a quarter. I don't like that trade unless I get a setup. And then if we bust this, let's play for 775, 785 for buy 2. Put a question mark at 108. The move out of the middle started out of the 58 area. We're at 39, so 50 to 60 sell 1. 75 to 85 sell 2. And like the short side of the market. We'll put a 25 is support. And we'll put a question mark at 108. And then 775, 785. And we have a visitor, and Henry is doing